Here's the button installed. I had this guitar come in recently. The customer had some problems with the volume pot working, so I replaced both of these. And while it was here, the customer asked if he could get a cutoff switch. Originally I had an idea to put it in here so you can toggle between the cutoff and one of the pickups. But the problem is, like, it seems like you lose. I was having trouble figuring out how to do that without losing some features in your pickup selection. And it was kind of difficult, and I'm just like, why not do a little push switch? And first I was thinking right here because it's kind of out of the way, but then right here is a really good place. This position is a really easy place to get to when you're playing, because like the way I play, my hands normally in this area, so that it's like always easy to get to, and I think it's far enough out of the way so it shouldn't bother me. I don't think it'll be in my way. The height of this is really low. I mean, you could see in my hand it's a really tiny switch. I got my switches on Amazon, and you want to make sure it says normally closed. And what that means is when you're not pushing it, the circuit's closed, so it's electricity is going through it and it's on, and when you push this, it opens a circuit, turning it off. So make sure you get normally closed and not normally open for this project. The correct switch came in today, and I'm going to install it. First, a hole punch. Start off with a smaller hole. Now get a little bigger drill bit. Now I'm gonna loosen the strings on this. Looks like these screws are rusted on the inside as well as the outside. So somebody aged this guitar, and they basically they put this in an acid bath. You get like a little bath of acid, and then you put this like in a little tray above the acid, so the acid rusts it basically. That's how they achieve that vintage look. Oh, there's something interesting going on here. That's a very tight fit. It must, this could be a custom pickguard, who knows? Oh, thank goodness. I got that off. Well, let's see if this fits. Could use a little bit bigger drill, so drill that out a little bit bigger. Still, I went one size bigger and I got it. It fits in there very nicely now. And now I gotta drill this bigger so the switch sits down in there. It's scary. Sometimes it'll just grab on and go all the way through, so I'm going to put a stopper or piece of tape on there to make sure that doesn't happen. I got my stopper tape on there. That should be it. Yep, perfect. Now I got to get a hole going, I don't know, from here to here or from here to here. So, need a brush to dust this off. I'm going to put some tape on here because there's always a chance of scratching it when you take something like this out. So basically this, where you put the jack in has to go all the way to here, because it cuts off at the jack, or wherever the jack ends up anyway, which is right here. This wire, this white wire, so right here. So basically I have to get this wire from here to here. At Home Depot or Lowe's you can get a drill bit such as this, and it'll make the whole job much easier. I think they're like, this is probably like $5 or something, so it's not super expensive. And I think I'm going to drill going this way, because then it'll kind of go down. It'd be nice to have the wires at the bottom as opposed to here where I'd have to cram the wires up to the top. So I'm going in on this end, and I hope I find it. I'm going to have to put more tape over here because I do not want to mess up this awesome paint job. Whoa. I think I'm gonna need, that thing's so bent, I'm gonna need a hole punch. Yeah, I think something like that. Oh, that'll make it much easier. I should probably mark this. I'm going to mark the drill so I don't go too far. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there's a trick with this. So I should have done this before I took everything off, but before you undo them, you tape them, and it makes everything nicer. Now I'm gonna turn this over and get the wood dust out of there. Now I have some shielded wire that I'm going to attach to the switch before I drop the switch in. The way to get your wire like this shielded or twisted, you just put one end into the drill, and you just, you know, like a drill gun like that, right? And you just lock it down and you twist it and hold the other end, and you got a shielded wire. Alright. Now I'll just clip the edges off. Perfect. So it looks like this is a custom crafted pick guard, and they custom did this for the P90 pickup. And this is custom too, because if you look at this, you see how that's painted inside there? If you look down in here, there's like paint. and there's not paint here because, and you can see like a sharp corner right here, sharp edge where this is kind of rounded. So this P90 was added to this. So this is a very custom guitar. It's here's the name right there, from Los Gatos, California. So it's some small builder. So let's see how this thing drops in there. Should go in quite nicely. On hindsight, I probably should have put the wire through and then soldered it to the switch. It's hard to get it through that way. It would have been easier to go this way because I drilled at an angle, but I think I can still do it. I think it's going to be much easier with a bigger hole. So I'm going to drill this out a little bit bigger. There it is. Now it should just slip right in there. Perfect. Now I'll attach it to the pick guard. I want some space. I don't like it sticking out like that. I want this to be as flush as possible, so I'm gonna have to use 2 of these nuts. A lot of people like to use lock nut washers, but I don't. I'd prefer fingernail polish. Have to try to get it just perfect. That's a little bit messy. Will that fit on? That nut won't go on quite as much as I want, so I'm gonna have to use washers instead of this nut. Do a dry fit. Yeah, I think that's what I want. 2 washers is good. Now a little bit of fingernail polish. Going to work. Looks like it does. I feel like this needs more fingernail polish on it, because this is going to be tapped a lot, so I don't want it to come apart easily. So whoever takes this apart in the future, you'll have to unsolder it here before you take this off. But I don't see why you'd ever have to take this off unless the pickup goes bad. Oh, or the switch goes bad, right? Oh no, you just undo it here, then push this down real hard and it'll probably pop off. This is really a simple mod. I like to put all these on and then tighten them at the end, because if you tighten them one at a time, the pick guard can get out of place and you'll have trouble. Now to find that custom screw I dropped. Oh, I found it. Yeah, these aren't screws you want to lose, because they had a special acid bath to give them that aged look. So for this mod, all you have to do is attach it to the 1/4-inch jack. Here's the 1/4-inch jack. There's 2 prongs on it. And you want to find the prong that's connected to this part, not this part. This is, oh wait. No, you want the prong that's connected to this part. This is the positive, not the negative. And the way you do that is you look at this prong, it goes down, you follow it around, and it goes to this one. And then this other prong, you can see it's connected to the ground, which is this sleeve right here. So we will be connecting it to this one. And you basically put, let me take this off. So you're basically, there's 2 wires coming out of here. So you'll disconnect the one for the positive, which is this one. And then you'll put a wire from here to there, and then to the wire that was coming to it. And this just interrupts the signal. And what I did is I followed this wire down, and it's over here. You can see it. The wires come in here. There's a black wire and a white wire. I'm going to assume the white wire is the positive. Yep, the black one's going to negative. So this white wire is right up here. And right here. Let me zoom in on that. So yeah, it's right there. Well, the 3rd little leg on here. Let me pull that off. I'll make this wire a little bit long, make things easier on the next person. Long makes things easier, but it also can make noise if you get it too long. So here's the original wire. I'll get it attached there. And it doesn't matter which wire goes to which. Doesn't matter if you do the yellow or the green. I'll put a little piece of heat shrink on there. Now I'm putting the heat shrink on. Now I'm going to put this through the hole the original wire was in. But first, I need to add some solder to it. I need to add solder to this because the hole's closed. So the way you do this is you want to heat it up and then stick it in real quick. You wait for a second for it to cool, and it's done. Now I just got to put stuff together. And it's ready. I just got to get the strings on. Here's the button installed. You can even go really fast with it. It's kind of easy, you know. You could do it in between each note. With some practice, I'm sure you could get good at it and find out some cool tricks.